Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. Today we've got a bit of a different video, but an exciting one lined up for you. The greatest opportunity of all our lives is in front of us, and it is there for the taking. And I believe that opportunity is blockchain and some of the cryptocurrencies to come out of this technological revolution. We're really going to be showing that in this video because you have the exact same thing going on today that you had back with the dawn of the internet. And actually, potentially, this is bigger. And we're going to talk about why that is. We're going to talk about the amount of value out there in the world and how the blockchain industry is going to capture it. I want to start off with an article that I found extremely interesting. It talks about crypto adoption or global crypto adoption. It compares it, and there's a great chart here with the internet. And then we're going to look at a number of other things. We're going to talk about Metcalfe's law, which essentially dictates that a network's value comes from its users. Now, this is why I'm a lot more bullish on smart contracts, cryptocurrencies, than I am something like Bitcoin, for example, which is supposed to be a store of value and kind of a currency, if you will. I think, yes, okay, if Bitcoin became the kind of world reserve currency, which I don't necessarily think will happen, certainly without a big fight. You could argue that Bitcoin would have maybe more users than these smart contract platforms, but I think everything is going to be put onto smart contracts. I think this is how it's all going to be, or all going to work in the future that we're moving towards. And I actually think that, you know, these layer ones, layer zeros like Polkadot or blockchain ecosystems like Atom are going to take over the world and attract, you know, we talk about 1 billion users. You're going to have more than 1 billion users using the blockchain. And this is the opportunity that's at hand. And we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be incorporating Metcalfe's law. Also looking at a number of other things like some interesting things like Bitcoin search volume, blockchain search volume, and how we've really not seen anything yet. But this will return, and it will return zealously. You know, and then we'll look at the comparison between blockchain and the internet. We'll refer to that article that we always refer to, which is the Wells Fargo Digital Assets: A World of Possibilities. And actually, we could incorporate a JP Morgan article, which actually talks about, and one of the opening statements is, just as the internet upended how we share information, blockchain has the potential to revolutionize how we share value, transfer ownership, and verify transactions. And actually, the US government gave an economic report where they actually spend quite a bit of time focusing on digital assets. They compare digital assets to what the banking system went through before it was centralized. And they kind of paint it in a bit of a negative light. However, they fully acknowledge the change that blockchain is bringing to everything, and also talk about this internet of value and talk about actually how a blockchain will be valuable based on its users, which is very in keeping with my thinking. So let's go ahead, guys, and jump into the article. I will go ahead and get rid of my face, which I'm sure will come to some of your delights. Let's kick things off. So this is from AAA. And I'll leave a link to this in the description, guys. Cryptocurrency ownership data. Cryptocurrencies across the world. Global crypto adoption. Cryptocurrency adoption is growing around the world as leading cryptocurrency payment companies. We strive to offer key statistics to help businesses better understand the cryptocurrency market, how you can reach untapped markets and grow your business. As of 2023, we estimate global crypto ownership rates are at an average of 4.2%, with over 420 million crypto users worldwide. So this is actually probably a little bit exaggerated because I'm sure they're going to base a lot of this on wallets and so on and so forth. There's no way you can independently verify that a wallet is owned by one person. Likely multiple people have multiple wallets, or an individual has multiple wallets. So this will be largely amplified, and I actually think that it's more like two and probably, you know, 2/3 or half of what they're actually saying here. So still very small. So over 420 plus million crypto owners worldwide. Coin market capitalization. Bitcoin's market cap reached a US $1.1 trillion in October 2021. Bitcoin constituted 47% of the total market capitalization. And this is talking at the height of the bull market. The top countries where crypto is adopted, of course, you have the USA, which is rather ironic given the sort of regulatory nightmare that people wanting to use the crypto space are having in the US. And actually, you know, in this article, which we won't go into, they do kind of say, crypto's not a threat, it's nothing to worry about. And you know, there's you know, negatives to it when their actual banking system is literally collapsing. But we cover that every day on the sort of daily cryptocurrency market channel. So subscribe for that if you fancy it. You also have in third place Pakistan, fourth Nigeria, and fifth Vietnam. And actually, you're likely going to see, certainly Pakistan have had some real issues with their economy. So has Nigeria, and of course Vietnam. You're actually going to see emerging markets, or developing nations as we call them, really excel and speed up here. So owner demographic, 63% male and 37% female. I hate to say it, guys, crypto is sexist. And you've got 72% are aged under 34, so it's also ageist. And you've got 71% have a bachelor's degree or higher. Irrelevant. Guys, I honestly believe that degrees nowadays, and bearing in mind, you know, I'm very familiar with the university system, have family that have gone through it, so on and so forth. I honestly think degrees nowadays are a lot less meaningful than they once were and a lot easier to obtain. So the average crypto owner has an annual income of $25,000. It's just some interesting statistics. This is from the start of January. You can see the population of India and the ownership percentage is 11%. You can see the United States is 13%, Vietnam 26%, China is 5%. Ooh, risking it there. However, we did get some news out of Hong Kong, which is certainly interesting. You know, the whole world is going to move towards Bitcoin. You can see certainly crypto, or not necessarily Bitcoin, but crypto is a lot more popular in your kind of developing nations. You can see it's rather high in Ukraine, pretty low and lackluster in the UK. However, the UK government did come out and say that they were looking to make the UK the crypto hub, whilst penalising you at every point for using it. Anyway, so this is the internet versus crypto adoption. And we're going to talk about this in just a second. So crypto users over time between 2015 and 2023, the price of Bitcoin has increased by over 173,000%. I hate it when they use metrics like that, guys, because if something starts at 0, you know, and it goes to, you know, 10, it's 1000x. So Bitcoin reached an annual growth rate of 60% in 2021. And the cryptocurrency market is predicted to grow with a compound annual growth rate of 56.4% from 2019 to 2025. You've got some insane brands here, the biggest brands in the world accepting crypto payments. You can see here, you've got Subway were very early investors. Then you've got Microsoft, you've got American Red Cross, you've got Zynga Gaming, which is huge, by the way, Xbox. You got things like Roku, you've got Steam, you've got all the big names in here, guys, and they've left many, many of them out, even the likes of KFC. And there's far, far more. And actually, you know, one thing that's preventing everyone from using crypto, just like everyone uses fiat, is the regulation, which the SEC are a complete joke in regards to coming up with. There's been using the Ripple lawsuit as an example, and I'm not an XRP maxi by any shape or form. However, the judge on the XRP case literally said, "Hang on, well, I don't know what you're trying to say here. Is it a security? Is it not? What are you? How are you? You know, where's your reasoning for all of this?" Which I think is very telling. So cryptocurrency across industries. In the e-commerce section, we saw more than 85% of US merchants view enabling crypto payments as a high priority. Merchants who accept crypto payments saw an average ROI of 327%, an increase of up to 40%. This is something to understand. This is why this is the big opportunity, guys, because everyone is still to get on board with it. And once you get that regulatory clarity, you go from a $1 trillion industry, which is where we are now, just slightly over, to tens of trillions of dollars. Luxury global markets in luxury goods projected to grow from the US's 1.2 trillion to 1.4 trillion, with millennials representing 50% of it. Talks about in 2021, 94% of all crypto buyers are millennials and Gen Zs. Remittances is huge. And then, of course, gaming, and there's many, many other industries. And then it talks about the sort of methodology that they came up to get this. So you can see that crypto is on a very positive trajectory. It very much embodies Metcalfe's law, which JP Morgan actually talk about here. And they also say that essentially, in short, Though blockchain is still emerging, it's advancing quickly. While the buzz continues to grow, limitations still exist to the widespread adoption, including technical hurdles such as scalability, data privacy, and technological standardization. Moreover, blockchain requires a need for market-wide understanding of technological applications against the current existing regulatory framework. Additionally, there are technological challenges related to security, to data, security breaches, so on and so forth. They did say the absence of a third party makes this technology completely decentralized and groundbreaking. Absolutely, guys. It did go on to say that, in short, blockchain is... Where are we? Blockchain is about technology, multiple copies. So basically, at some point, it essentially said that, look, this is a JP Morgan article on it, by the way, guys. Still in the early stages, mainstream blockchain integration may still be years away, yet some predict it will be groundbreaking as adoption of the internet. So this is exactly what we're talking about. This is what the Wells Fargo article actually not only likened crypto to the internet, but also said, we believe digital assets are transformative, innovative, on par with the internet, cars, and electricity. Oddly, they may be an easy transformative innovation to grasp at this early stage. The reason is that they have compressed or present comparables, the internet. This was a great article talking about the internet value and how everything, you got hundreds and hundreds of trillions of dollars that may be coming onto the blockchain. That doesn't mean the blockchain market cap is going to be $100 trillion. It just means that you're going to have hundreds of trillions of dollars that are going to be moving through the crypto space. And what's the value of the crypto market when it secures and enables all of that? Now, this was from the presidency. I think it's 226 is what we're after. Here, 226. And it talks about a number of things. It talks about digital markets. There's a whole role. They break down quite a lot. This is actually quite not... it's a bit of a hatchet job against crypto. But it's certainly an interesting... And I'll leave a link to this in the description document to go over. It goes a digital asset, relearning economic principles. So it talks about how crypto is going through a similar thing. And to what we've already seen in the sort of banking industry, and actually we don't really want that, because ultimately that would essentially mean that crypto is going to get centralized, just like the banking industry did through the crash of smaller banks. Talks about a number of things. Talks about the functions of money. Talks about... It's actually not a bad article, to be honest. It's a bit of a hatchet job against Bitcoin, but it certainly addresses the fact that it's coming. This wave of crypto and blockchain adoption is here, guys, and you have the opportunity to invest, just like back in the dawn of the internet, and when you had your sort of dot-com boom and then the bust after that. You could have been an early investor in Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, whatever it may be. You have that opportunity today to look into the future 20 years and go, this is where these companies are going to be. They're going to be some of the largest companies in the world, and you're going to have a lot of value as an owner of that. I believe that's just my opinion. Do not take that as financial advice. But it's an extremely exciting future that we are moving towards, and certainly I'm going to be taking advantage of this, and hopefully you guys will be as well. I think regulations, actually, as negative as they've kind of been spun up to be, are going to be the very thing that propels this industry into the tens of trillions. Go and do a little bit of studying on Metcalfe's law. It essentially dictates that the value... There was a bit in here about this. But I actually can no longer find. But it essentially talks, it spends quite a bit of time talking about how crypto can learn from the banking crisis that's came before it. But then it goes on to really get into the adoption of crypto. Crypto assets could be an investment vehicle. Crypto assets could offer money-like functions without relying on single authority. Talks about payments. Talks about all the weird and wonderful ways that crypto could change things. However, it does paint a bit of a... Obviously, coming from the US government, which have complete egg on their face, and ultimately their monetary system is why they maintain such a global power. That's now largely being threatened by crypto, so they haven't painted it in the best space. But Metcalfe's law is coming, guys. As the network grows, so will the value of it, in my opinion. And again, this is why I'm a lot more bullish on these smart contract blockchains than I am the likes of Bitcoin. But I do think actually Bitcoin could do rather well. It's just not something that I'm overly zealous about. I think the real action is these smart contracts and all these weird and wonderful things that you can do with it. Just naming a few industries. The payment industry, the finance industry, the gaming industry, the luxury industry, the remittance markets, e-commerce, everything. It's going to change, guys. Even data storage. Blockchain really can innovate most industries, and I believe it will do so. And again, you get the opportunity to invest in an early stage of this before we've even seen any kind of real adoption or even a regulatory framework being given to capitalize on that opportunity and take it forward with you throughout life. Millionaires are going to be made, billionaires, who knows, when I say a millionaire, we might be dealing with a currency that you go to the shop and a car is, or not a car, a pint of milk is, 10 grand or something like that. So I think the thing with crypto is it really is what's coming next. And it's an opportunity that we've made sure on this channel to try and continue to remind people of and make sure that they stay focused on it regardless of these bull and bear markets. Because in a bear market, one reason I can be so confident in the crypto space is because I watch what's going on. Price at the end of the day is moved by what's being bought and sold on that day, right? It's a bear market and things are down in the dumps. The trend is down, right? That doesn't represent the fundamentals, which have just gone up and to the right. Price has gone like that. Fundamentals have gone like that. Adoption has gone like that. Every aspect you can weigh it up in has gone like that. Advancement, so on and so forth. So it's a bright future we've got ahead of us. On that note, I'm going to love and leave you. It is Friday. I hope you all have a fantastic one. And I will see you all in the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next.